This broadcast will go out on the 31st of December 2021. And it's the end of things. And when I think of the end of things, I always think of, in the Bible, there's a lot of endings of life, but the most significant ending is the ending of um, the struggle of the Israelites in Egypt when they leave, and they were also happy to leave, and they followed God's instructions to the letter. He didn't tell them what was going to happen tomorrow because they might not have painted the thing on the door. They might have stayed, and I think some did. But very significant is the Bible is ending so that better beginnings can happen. They're not easy beginnings, and they're not. So the end of an era doesn't mean that the next era is going to be easy. And we're all waiting for this pandemic to end, um, but we don't know what lies beyond that because it's forever changed certain things. And there has been arguments in families around vaccinated and non-vaccinated, or is it at this or is it at that? Doesn't matter. There's been arguing and that, so it's forever changed, people. And so today we end something. We're ending a year, 2021. And what does that mean? And in Ecclesiastes 7 verse 8 it says, the end of a matter is better than its beginning. Patience of spirit is better than haughtiness of spirit. Now, I think that is interesting, um, because when we start and we take Christ on as our Savior, and we say we love Him, and He says He loves us, and we are all gung-ho to go and preach the gospel, whichever way we choose to do it, and we're going to do God's work. Sometimes we are gung-ho. And people are like, oh, no, if that's what it means to be a Christian, thank you, but no. I've been that person. And that's why being a Christian is this journey, that God takes us, that Jesus takes our hand and He goes, okay, now that was awesome because you were telling the truth, but what if next time we do it this way? And when you have patience with somebody who doesn't believe as you do. Now, I have family members that don't believe as I do, and I love them with my whole heart. And I get so nervous that they're not coming to heaven with me one day. And so sometimes I want to be quiet, sort of, listen. And it's not that's going to get you what you want. Ultimately, it's this that they also have a relationship with God. Ultimately, God must be the one who is their savior and the love of their hearts. Ultimately, you want to draw them in, not push them away. And so patience of spirit is better than haughtiness of spirit. And I think God's going, did you hear that, Errol? You've got to say it about 7 times. Because sometimes we are just out there and in your face. And time, the end of something, is better because we have learned something. When we start, so I've just started a business and it's very heavy and it's very going. And maybe in the end of next year. So I found at the end of this 2021 in my business was wonderful because it's still small and I'm not making millions, but I broke even. I owe nobody any money, which is fabulous. You can't believe. Not that I owed millions, but do you understand? So I think that what God is saying here is we have to nurture our journeys and we have to take our journeys seriously, because the end of a journey is a retrospective. You have a retrospective view. You look back and you go, okay, that was a good journey, and this is how far I've come. And so many people in this time have got stories like that. I hated lockdown, but I learned these things. I hated lockdown, and being with my children all the time was terrible. But now we cook together, or we have dinner together like we never did before, or something beautiful. And so for me, the stories of that have been more than the stories of frustration. Death has been terrible, but the stories of coming and becoming something fabulous has been better. So enjoy your journeys, people. Fight your fights, but fight them with God on your side. Help your spirit become strong and patient. Um, and be blessed in 2022. God only wants you to flourish, but sometimes that looks like struggle. Have a wonderful day, and we'll speak again in the new year.